We are live.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, teachers. I know the bulk of you here are teachers, just like me. And welcome to our session of Each One Teach One for this week. We hold these sessions every Tuesday evenings between 8 and 9 p.m. just to share the little we have. The reason I, Rogers, and all of you here who have facilitated at some of these workshops, WordPress events, is not because we are the best, but just because we are privileged to have, we are beneficiaries of other people who have shared with us their knowledge. So one of the ways we can pay back to the community and to ourselves is by sharing the little we have. A few years ago, I think 4 years ago, Rogers introduced me to WordPress. And here I am also presenting in front of you. And then we have other people here, like Mr. Chiviri is a co-lead with WordPress Masaka Meetup. We have Andrew Keddy here. I've seen him on the web, on the WordPress track all the time, helping here and there. Not because we have the time, but we get just a few hours off our schedule. And that's why I would encourage all of you teachers, please, if there's anything you can share with us, be it in Excel. We have a very big deficit in the technical department. I was thinking about that for our future. In the months after this, I think we should do something for computer repairs, networking, and stuff like that. And I thought if there's anyone here who can help, please just come in and book a day. Which Roger saw me can host you and you share with fellow teachers. There's a lot we don't know and there's a lot we know. The lot that we know, we can share. And what we don't know, we can learn from each of us. I also want to thank you teachers for dedicating this, your data, your time. It's 8 p.m., it's later, you know. Some of you are still at work. I want to thank you for being here with us. You see, it would also be demotivating if we came up with this Each One Teach One session and nobody showed up. I want to also send my special thanks to Rogers for always being there for us. I don't think the things that I'm teaching here, Rogers doesn't know. He already knows, but that brotherly love, that solidarity stuff comes up and he's like, I'll be there for Stephen, I'll be there with Stephen, I'll be there for the teachers. Not that he doesn't know, but just in case I'm off, Rogers can take over. All of us know he's our mentor in WordPress here. So Rogers, thank you so much. And we have two other guys who are helping us with the graphics. We have Jalil of Wrapped, good at graphics. He does the graphics that you see us sharing on our social media handles and our WhatsApp groups. And then we have Michael Wamono, also does the graphics. They do it interchangeably. When Jalil is busy, Wamono is around. And when Wamono is busy, Jalil is around. So that's a team of 4 who are enabling this for us to be able to do this. But we need more. The more people we need, we have on this. The less stress we have on us, on the few of us. For example, Jalil is now fasting, so sometimes I feel like I wouldn't bother him to make for us a flyer, but because there is no one else to do it at that moment, he sacrifices. So in today's session of Each One Teach One, I want us to learn about an e-library. I just imagine you have a student now, like, let me talk about one school, maybe St. Catherine Senior Secondary School in Nabingo. While the school is in Nabingo, not all students are from Nabingo. You will get students from as far as Kotido coming to this school, as far as Western Uganda, Eastern Uganda. And even if they are just a few kilometers away, I don't know, there's no reason why a student would move from maybe 2 kilometers away to come and pick a simple document. They would simply go to their phones and find the document there and get it. And then you see in our WhatsApp groups, teachers are all the time asking, help me with this paper, help me with that paper, help me with this past paper and stuff like that. So a teacher like, I don't know who here, who do I know? Not Sharon. Sharon, I don't know you much. I don't know where you come from. Isaac Mosinguzi, you're from Fort Portal, right?
Yes, sir.
We have Ogwal from Luwero. Now, if Ogwal asks for a paper and I was traveling, I have the past paper that he needs, but I am traveling and I don't know how to pick it from my phone or from my laptop. Okay, it's inconveniencing kind of sometimes on the night bus. If these documents were kept in an e-library in a repository online, someone will simply visit your e-library and download the document that they want. So this is what I want to share today. The reason I use WordPress members is because it has very, very, very many plugins that make work easy. Let me stop this spotlight. I want to remove this spotlight and I want to share something with you here before we dive into this plugin. Let me share my screen. So here we are. I want to, Rogers, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
So let me open my web. I have those who know me, who have known me for some time. I'm the director of Izon School of Computing. And this is our website. On this website, we have a page called e-library. So if I clicked on e-library, you'll find a couple of documents for download. Unfortunately, they are not related to ICT, while we're a school of computing, but I did this with my students as a project to come up with a page where we can put our documents. So someone will simply click on download, and then they'll have the document on their computers. And there is a plugin that is disturbing me here. But yeah, now this is the document that I have on my e-library and many others. Now, for those who are learning WordPress, sometimes you'll ask yourself, which plugin did Mr. Dumba use? You don't have to call me to know which plugin I'm using. Online, there is a website called WP Theme Detector. Of course, there are many, but this is just one that I use all the time. WP Theme Detector. So in this website, I'm going to copy my URL. I want to put it there, isonschool.ac.ug, and then you click experience the magic of WPTD. Now, this tool will help you detect, it will detect for you the plugins that I used, or maybe even the themes that I'm using on my website. And we are going to give it just a few, just give it a few minutes, just maybe a minute or two, for it to show us. It was not possible to detect the WordPress theme. Okay, let us detect the plugins. Now here we are. It's going to tell me that yes, I used Elementor Page Builder. I use Elementor Pro. I'm using Yoast. And then I'm using a plugin called Download Manager. Maybe that. Is there any other plugin? And then SiteKit by Google. So you don't have to call Mr. Dumba, hey, which plugin did you use for your e-library? Just go to WP Theme Detector, get my URL, paste it there, and it will tell you the plugin that I'm using. So I'm using a plugin called WordPress Download Manager. Let me see if it's the one. If you click on plugin, of course, it will take you to the downloads, and you'll get your what? You'll get your your plugin, download free. But I'm not going to use that method. I want to come to, there is a website that I'm working on here. Let me go to this website. The other pages are done. A lot is done, although there is a lot more to do. And then when I go to the e-library where I want to put these documents, there is nothing. So I'll go to the dashboard of my website. This is the dashboard. And meanwhile, Rogers, when people, I ask that people can raise their hands and we respond to them as we go. So I have my dashboard here, and then I'll go to plugins, and then I'll choose add new plugin. Add new plugin. So I'll type WP download to search for a plugin. And of course, you will get many of them. And then you see download monitor, there is easy digital downloads. I think, Rogers, have you used easy digital downloads? I heard you talking about it sometime back.
Yeah, it has a similar.
So that there. Now,
yeah,
for me, the one I'm
similar
interested in right now is called Download Manager. I think. I hope it's the one. Then you will click install. So this plugin is installing on my site. It's taking some while, but it's supposed to be almost instant because these are very small files. And then after installing, I click activate. Did I? So we have our WordPress download manager plugin there. You notice that on the left-hand side of our dashboard, we now have downloads here. This wasn't there before this. Now I have a collection of files here in a folder called study material, and I have 8 items. Since we are just, well, it's just a lesson, a short one. We are not going to upload all of them. Let me get back to my website. So I'll go to downloads, and then there's something called categories. If you are a school, you can categorize your work according to classes, for example, S1, and then also categorize according to subject. You can even categorize according to level O and A level. You can even put a category for general documents, for example, school rules. And decide that when you upload a file, you put certain categories for that file, that when someone is looking for only O-level work, they'll get only the O-level work. But we shall not get into that detail now. Let us first go to add new. You want to add a file. I'm going to go to add new file. And then let me see. I have a beginner's guide to plugin development. Okay. So I'm going to add this file. And by the way, when naming these files, name them in such a way that the names don't confuse. So a beginner's guide to plugin development is the file that I want. And then I can drop the file here. Or let me just do this. Just a moment. So I'm going to drag this and drop it there. So we have our file uploaded. And then I'll go down, and we don't have a category yet. We don't have any categories yet. But since this being maybe ICT, I'll add this category and put ICT. I don't mind much. You don't. I don't mind about right now the other category S1 or what. This is just to introduce you to this plugin. And then after putting that file there and setting the category, I click publish. So I have a file up there, a beginner's guide to plugin development. So I'm going to ask one person here to take us through the process. I want to upload this other file, access for beginners. Let me copy the name. So who is volunteering? Give us the steps. Tell me what to do as you look at my screen. Anyone there? Rogers, can people unmute themselves? Oh, yeah, they
Fresh
can.
teacher, are you able to
Yes.
tell us something?
Yes.
Patrick. Yes, Patrick.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes. What do I do here?
You're going to the plugin. That download, you click on it. There is add new.
Yes, sir.
Then we type the same name. We copy it from the other side. Then we minimize. We're going to minimize that and then drop. You just drag, open the folder from the desktop. We drag it to select files. And then we maximize our screen. And the category, will it go under the same category? Okay, we are going to add
put it under.
Okay.
I had not given the other one a category.
Okay.
So I'll simply click publish.
All right.
Thank you. Let me first go to all files. And then there is one that we didn't give a category, this one here. So I'll click on it. I'll go down, choose the category, and then update. So thank you so much. Let us add just one more file. Excel for beginners. So I'll go to add new. I'll paste my name there. One weakness I've seen with many people is that the naming of files disturbs them so much. They give files names like Excel, just like that, Excel. Then they type an exam paper, they call it Excel also. Then they type shortcuts, they call them Excel. So I don't know how you differentiate these files. So it's really, it must be a good habit for you to give files names which describe the contents. So from here, I'm going to click on publish. Now, maybe Rogers, I want to first know whether I haven't left any person behind. Just this step. Mr. Ogwal Isaac, are you following? Are the first steps obvious?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Now we want to put our files. We want to put these files of ours on the e-library page. What we are going to do, let's go to the pages section, the pages here. And then let's go to e-library. Then under e-library, I can decide to, let me edit it with Elementor. I'm glad that I have the license. But you don't need this. This is just a by the way. You can paste the shortcode in that page and it will work. Now, let me first hide this page title. This is not for this lesson. Then I'm going to click on this plus. I'm designing the page now. And then I'll choose maybe 2 columns. Let me choose these columns here. 2 of them. There is a smaller column on the left and a bigger column on the right. And then I'm going to look for shortcode. I want this column to have the word, to have a shortcode here, which I'll paste here. Now, the plugin that I have used gives us what we call shortcodes. Just go to Google and search for WP Download Manager, WP Download Manager shortcodes. It will bring you this page. And there are very many shortcodes to work with. During your free time, you can try them out. But I'll go with the general one, this one. No, this one. Query all downloads. This is the query all downloads, the first one. So this is the shortcode. This is all you need. So I'll copy this shortcode. The plugin does this for you. And then I'll go to my page and paste it there. And then somewhere, let me see, category, title. Is this what I wanted? Let me just check. Let me check the query all downloads from one or more categories. Custom order sending. Am I missing something here? Okay, let me first update this. I'll update this page. And then somewhere, let me see. There is something that I'm missing in this. Let me check another shortcode. Query all downloads from specific tags. Alternatively, let me log into my website. Let me see, there is a website I've worked on and I've just pasted this shortcode there. Let me pick the shortcode from this website. I have an e-library that I've created here. So I'll go to the pages. And then I'll go to the e-library. And then I'll copy this shortcode. Let me click here. So I'm going to paste this shortcode here. And then I'm going to update.
I think we shall share that shortcode on the YouTube description of the video. People
yeah, I will. Category. I don't know, there is something wrong. Let me check my website. E-library. So there are no downloads available. This is what the page will look like. I want to see why. I want to see why.
The category, have you?
Yeah, I want to put the ICT category. ICT. Okay. Now, when you make these categories, it's something I hadn't done. When you make these categories, we had a category called ICT. You have to type that category here. Just after categories, you put the word ICT as a category and then update. So when you go to your website here and refresh, it will bring you all the websites. I'm sorry, all the files that you uploaded to your e-library. You can use this other white space for anything else that you want. Alternatively, let me copy this category. This shortcode. Let us just change this. I can come back here and choose, I want a 3-column layout. And then I want this one smaller, maybe 20. And then this one also 20. And then I'll search for the category. For the short, I search for shortcode, paste here, and then update. So here I want the items to come in the middle. Let us see what this looks like. If you refreshed, you'll have your files in the middle. Let me make this area here wider. I'll take this to maybe 10. And this one also to 10. And then update. And so I'll go to my page and refresh. And I have my e-library. So whether you have 100 files also, it's up to you. So as simple as that, and you have an e-library. Rogers, do we have some questions?
Not yet. I just Andrew was commenting about the default. Yeah, so when you get the code from the other side, the category, and that's why I thought it's good to. Now there are two things, Mr. Dumba. There is categories and then there is tags. So sometimes, depending on how you are structuring your e-library, you may want to upload the resources for class and under subjects. So you can decide the class, the categories, and then the subjects. And I remember as well on call, this is the same plugin that I used to build Shareability digital library. At first I had the manual system, but then during lockdown, we got people were sharing these things on WhatsApp. So I got this plugin, so I got some students and they were uploading, and then I was telling them category, the class, P1, P2, P3, senior 1, senior 2, senior 6, those were categories. Then the subject, each resource when you're uploading, maybe you'll try to go to the other page of uploading, and then you try to show members clearly where tags are and categories.
Segrinya has a question.
So then now, when you come this side, it helps you you can be able to organize your things accordingly. Yeah.
Segrinya has had a question. Mr. Segrinya, are you there?
Mr. Segrinya.
Yeah, he had his hand up.
Yes, thank you. Yes, good evening.
Good evening, namesake.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Numa, for the presentation. My question is,
yes,
I wanted to know how to fix the categories, because if we have more than one categories, because I saw fix the I-60 in a short code. So I'm wondering if I have more than one categories, how can I do it? Thank you.
You separate them with a comma.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason for categories, sometimes you could make a download page for only biology. So there you'll put only category biology, so that only files with biology will go to that page. But now here I'm making a general page. This one is general, so I'll separate the categories with commas. You get it, Steve?
Yes, I can get it.
Okay, Rogers, you wanted to explain something to us.
Yeah. So one, that one I talked about categories and tags. So just try to click on adding.
Yes.
Or edit. Yeah. So I think members. Okay, these are also known as taxonomy. So up there is a title. You scroll down and go where the categories.
Let me just copy.
Yeah, so that's the title. Now, here we have on the side we have category ICT.
Yes.
Now, if ICT is a category, then the tag can be web design. For example, under ICT, you could be having resources for web design, for database, for what? So category is like a smaller subsection of a tag is like a smaller classification of a bigger category. But you can also have tags which can cut across different categories. Yeah. So like in the other case of shareability, I made the categories to be classes, and then the tags I could put like English, mathematics. So when you click on like English, it brings for you all the resources of English, and when you click on P1, it brings for you all the resources of P1. Yeah. So that is. But Mr. Dumba, also there are some questions in the chat which we need to look at. I think that thing of category and tag, we have shown the members where they can find it.
Okay. So every time you upload something, I wanted to show them that every time you upload something, it will automatically go to your e-library. Okay.
And you can, there are many other ways of innovatively displaying your content using tabs and other things. Now, Mr. Dumba, in the chat, there are two questions. One, someone has asked, what if I don't have Elementor? So if you don't have Elementor, it still works. You can use Gutenberg. Gutenberg has an option.
I can show them.
Yeah, so without Elementor, Gutenberg can still work. That is the default editor.
So I have a page here for segs. So I have a Segrinya Steven. So this is your page. I will let me copy this category. I'm sorry, this. Then here, short code.
And even here you can do columns if you need to. Yeah, but only that more Elementor has more options for designing the page.
Yes. And then I will update. So if I go to your website, I hope you see, Stephen, that I did not use Elementor on your page. So that is your page. And there, I just did Elementor but you don't need Elementor to do that. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, then that was Sekate. Then another person, does it apply to only documents or even multimedia files like videos and audios? So these are digital downloads. So any file type allows. And maybe I want to connect this with another question someone is asking, Atwine, saying that, is there a way of using Google Drive links with this plugin? When you're uploading, like what Mr. Dumba has done here, Mr. Dumba, first go back to the page of adding new resources, something I had to show them. So when you're uploading, when you're uploading directly, sometimes your database can be like, like for me when I was doing on Shareability, at first we were uploading directly on the server, and the server got full. And when I wanted to migrate the website or to back it up using Updraft, it could take long to back up because it was too heavy. So I stopped uploading files here in the server because my 1 GB will get full. So what I do, I come down here. So you try to go to Google Drive, and I don't know if you have Google Drive there. I just want to show them something. So when you go Google Drive, you right click on a file, and then you change the link to a public link, so that like for example, you have a software, so you can try to get a file there. So it can be a video, it can be a software like Office or anything you want, and you have it on Google Drive. You upload it on Google Drive, because now imagine uploading a software of 1 GB on your WordPress direct. It will fill up the hosting space. So in that case, you just put like, yeah, you have Windows 7, Windows 7. So you can just come there, then you share, and then share, then you copy a link. But before you copy a link, make sure that the link is first click on share. Right click on that, because people will not be able to download. Share, first click on share, and then you turn the link. Yeah, you turn there where there's restricted. You change it to anyone link, and copy link. Yeah, so now you can go and put that link. Instead of uploading directly here, you just put the link there where there is URL, down below the box where you upload from. Yeah, so you put there, then you click on that plus, that blue button, so the link shows up. Yeah, so now it will be listed in your library, and when people click on it, it will allow them. So many of the documents on shareability, actually, when you click on it, it takes you to Google Drive, because I have the documents on Google Drive, and then I just put links to save on my hosting server space, which is expensive. So that is,
let's check it out.
Yeah, so that one should be able to answer.
Let us check it out. So here we are. Windows 7, click on Service Pack 1.
Yeah, so when you click on download, it will now allow you to download. Yeah, so but at least people can access the link from Google Drive because it is big, so it is now asking you to. Yeah, so so that one answers the question of only documents. You can share any file, which can work there. Then there is someone who asked about the payment option. How do you include? I would like to charge at a fee for some specific files. How do I include the payment option? Now, if you want to include payment option, there are two things with files. So with this download manager, it has also its own add-ons which are for paying, and it has some payment gateway, some add-ons. If you go to the website of this plugin where we had gone, it has some add-ons, and the payment option, you pay for an add-on that you add in, and then it enables you to pay. But for me, when I was exploring this, I realized there was no add-on which supports Uganda. So what I did, I used the other plugin. It has a similar interface, the one you asked for of Easy Digital Downloads. It allows, it has a Flutterwave Uganda or integration. So if you want to sell, you can use Easy Digital Downloads, or you can use WooCommerce. But let us look at Easy Digital Downloads. So you install that plugin there. And by the way, surprisingly, it is similar like this one, even when you are uploading a document. Yeah, so Easy Digital Downloads. And then also, you also search for Easy Digital Downloads WooCommerce. No, Flutterwave. Easy Digital Downloads has a Flutterwave add-on, so gateway. So you install both, and it can enable you to be able to sell your files. If members can check out, there's a website called masokultimbe.com. we put there movies, and then I used this is a digital download thing for people can be able to buy. Even when you go there now, you can be able to buy a movie, and occasionally I get some money from people who go there on that site, and then they buy movies. Yeah, so Mr. Dumba, just scroll down and go to a movie like, but just scroll down, go to a movie like that one of Vijay Junior, that one. It may not
This
play
one here.
now, but yeah. Okay, just click on any. Hope I had integrated, close that. Then there is, I don't know if it has opened. Okay, scroll down, download, click on download. So in this movie, in this site, I made it in such a way that it can allow you to play, but you see, they has put there 500 shillings. So when you click on that purchase, it is going to, you're actually going to see my my photo there. Click on checkout. So here I use the digital downloads checkout, and again go down. Now there it is asking you for some few details. You can just put in any. So by the members, as we're in this, you get ideas for projects. You can do a project and integrate in something like, so click on purchase. So now at that point, it is going to bring Flutterwave, and you can see the person it is paying it to should be able to bring. Okay, she has laid a bit, but should be able to bring there. Okay, she has laid a bit, but she should be able to bring there what? And then you'll be able to put in your whatever. So okay, I think
it's taking a while. Perhaps it's my network,
yeah,
Rogers.
Yeah, you'll go to you'll come back there and show them members later. But it brings, yeah. So this is a digital download thing. It can be something you can try out. So, but with it, when someone wants to download, it will bring this. So you can use this, or you can use WooCommerce if you want to sell. Like on the Itao shop, we, Mr. Chamzi and other members, we have been putting some documents which are for sale, even books, and people go there and then they can be able to sell. And yeah, I think
we have
the
other
network or
questions,
something.
Rogers, in the chat.
Okay. Then which other questions are there?
Someone is asking about restricting.
Restricting what?
The content. How do I restrict unauthorized members to downloads? I can show that to them.
Yeah, that is easy. That one is under down there when you're uploading. You can change it to only. Actually, when you're uploading when you're uploading the file, you can make it only to be accessed by either
even here.
logged in.
Even here in the shortcode, there is where you see login. Do you see Rogers on the left?
Yes.
Login equal to 0. If I put login equal to 1 and apply, let me update this. Unfortunately, I don't know. Let me see. You see that when you put login equals to 1, it will ask for your email and password. So only authorized users will be able to access that page.
Yeah, so that is at
page
level.
If I take it back to 0, yeah, that's at page level. If I put it back to 0, if I put back this to 0, everyone can access. Now we can try your method. Let's go to, and then maybe you can meanwhile answer Sharon's question that someone said he was hacked through Google Drive.
No, Google is a very secure, Google Gmail and Google Drive is very secure, unless if that person either leaked his own passwords or because Google at least it has tried to make sure that its things are secure. So it depends really. My chat here have gone. So it really depends on how, but members are encouraged to use two-factor authentication for their phones, and also to enable those security options which are there in Google, so that they are secure with their details. So down
Okay,
there,
so
Mr.
Rogers,
Dumba,
can you show us? Sorry?
down there when you were uploading there was somewhere on allow access. I think there where there is all visitors.
Yes.
When you click and say maybe I want only contributors or only authors, so that means people who are logged in with that level of then they will be the ones to access. So that particular file. But if you so you can have many in the e-library when some are free, when others are for paying, and then you tell people to just first they pay you so that you can be able to upgrade them to be maybe authors or sub workers. Or you can have, by the way, for people to pay you, by the way, you don't even need to use the other plugins I was talking about to Flutterwave. You can even do your own manually. You give clear instructions, people pay, and then after paying maybe to you, then you can give them an account which they can use to log in and they access the resources.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
I have two questions.
Yes, please.
The first question is before you move away from allowing people to log in, when you were changing to one, it was only covering it so that only people who are able to log in can be able to see the files. But I would want to harness or maybe collect emails from users. For example, maybe this is a school and I want to collect emails from my parents or those ones who are able to reach the website, and therefore the downloads must be available to them. But then when they reach the point where they have to download, they are asked actually to create an account before they can download, even when it is free. I think if that is possible, then it can really be very resourceful, other than it covering it up without the user seeing what actually is inside. And then the other one,
Mr. Dumba.
Yes, please.
For that one that he has asked, you just try to go and down there and update it to maybe subscribers only. And then you see it is going to play out very well. It will show, but then it will require someone to first log in. Yeah,
it
but
doesn't even here it doesn't allow you to even click download, I think. But Rogers, the purpose of this video was to allow teachers to create a simple e-library. Maybe the restrictions can be discussed in another video. How is that? Because we have only 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's okay. We were just responding to questions.
We have 3 minutes and people might get overwhelmed by a lot, and yet all you need is get the plugin, upload these documents, and then your students can download them from anywhere. How is that, Rogers?
Yeah, it's okay. Of course, that is what you covered. These ones were just extra things we're asking.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Secretary is saying how the link was copied from Google Drive. Secretary, just one more time.
This one who is asking
Secretary,
file format.
To hack my Google. Sorry?
There's another person who is asking about file format. As you show that one. File format, we said any file type is allowed, doesn't have a limit, but it's good for you to use formats like PDF, which are easily accessible.
Yeah. So, Mr. Secretary, Here we are. Let me go to what I wanted. I wanted something for, I wanted to explain to Secretary. Secretary, your question was about how to what? I'm forgetting the question.
To share on Google Drive. Like you convert
Okay.
the link so that it can be downloaded.
Yeah. Let me go to software here. Maybe I have deep freeze here. So I'll click on these options. I'll go to share and then click on share again. And then here, instead of restricted, I'll click on anyone with the link. And then from there, I'll copy the link. And then I'll go to add new download. Deep freeze. Then here, I'll paste the link. I'll give a category, maybe the category was software. And then publish. So Mr. Secretary, if I go to my website right now, to my page, if I refreshed, I have, did I? What didn't I do?
Freeze. Category ICT.
Category ICT. Category ICT. And then I refresh this page and I'll have deep freeze here. See that? So if I click on it, I will be able to download my software.
From
It's okay. So I hope that answers Secretary's question. Is this Segrinya or Secretary? Okay, Rogers, I think we are out of time. Can you please make some announcements before we close this?
Yeah, so I can see many people have already dropped off, but members, we are having an opportunity for us. We have an event which is coming very soon in Masaka. And I've really been trying to share with people. Please go to Google and look for this event. It is called WordPress in Education Showcase. Just go and type WordPress in Education Showcase on Google. You'll be able to see it. And we have been encouraging members. You go to call for applications. With what Mr. Dumba has shown us today, you can actually guide your learners and they come and they win a marker book. A marker book is a big present, but we have other presents. So it is going to be in Masaka. One of the things you are going to be looking at is going to be projects like e-library, e-learning. The projects are mentioned here. E-learning platforms and other innovative websites. If you integrate, for example, payments and your website even has mobile money, you may end up getting the money. So just encourage your students to do something. The deadline is only 3 days from now, but the organizers are saying they may adjust it a bit, but this was the original deadline, and today is 12th. By 15th March, we are closing. So just fill in, even when they have not finished, don't worry, just fill in these details. And then if you need to host the website, please, you can get in touch. As the Shareability Web Services, we offer, we can even give you some free hosting space. So just get in touch so that you have your project online, and then you come and fill in here. And then you come. Now, in case your students have not done any project, they can still come for the event and they just be in the gallery. They get inspired by what other schools are doing, and they learn. Because after this event, there's going to be another one in July, which is called the website competition, which is going to be in Kampala. So website competition, website Uganda website projects competition. This one is going to be in Kampala in second term. So they can go to Masaka and attend, and then they get ideas, and then they also participate in this one. This one here, there's going to be cash prizes. Learners are going to go with checks, and you with the teacher who has taken them, and they come out. It's like a study tour. You normally ask, where do you take ICT students? So please participate in these two events in Masaka and also in Kampala. This one is going to be in July 5th. So starting now, that's what I wanted to communicate, Mr. Dumba, to the members. So let us learn WordPress and let us use it for doing projects, which we can submit for these competitions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Maybe as we wrap up, Rogers, there's something I want to tell fellow teachers, that someone was asking me, Mr. Dumba, why are you promoting WordPress so much? And so that I told them they are fortunate they're in a classroom. I'm not in a classroom. So if I'm not teaching, what do? I build websites. So you learn, some people are learning WordPress just to go and teach in class. But there is a lot you can do with WordPress. You can either create clients' websites, or if you're not into that kind of business, you can create websites for your own business. For example, if you're a teacher, you can be an online teacher. So that's why I thought WordPress would help many of us, like it is helping me. So that's the simple message I can leave with. Yes?
Mr. Dumba, and also, when you look at the current curriculum, it tells us to research about the common web authoring software to use. It is in the syllabus. And when you research, WordPress is the most popular, and other softwares are obsolete. And
are you on, Rogers?
some other softwares which were used in the early 2000s, like Front Page and others, they are no longer even available on Microsoft website. They are just, so WordPress is something that is current and most popular. So we are teaching learners skills which they will use even after school.
Okay. Thank you, Rogers. So good night, everyone.